What if the most dangerous creatures on Earth weren't the ones we fear, but the ones we underestimate? Because out there, hidden in jungles, oceans, and even under our feet, are animals that, if they wanted to, could wipe us out completely. Not with nuclear weapons, not with war, but with biology, instinct, and sheer, unstoppable force. These are the animals that could end humanity if they ever decided to. They're tiny, weak, forgettable, but together, they're a force of nature. Army ants don't have permanent homes. They move as a living swarm, millions strong, devouring everything in their path. Every insect, every small animal, every obstacle. Gone. They work with perfect coordination, guided not by a leader, but by chemical communication so complex. Scientists say it mimics the behavior of a supercomputer. Now imagine this. If army ants were the size of rats, their swarms could strip a human to bone in minutes. They already attack creatures hundreds of times their size. They even form bridges out of their own bodies, sacrificing individuals for the swarm's survival. It's not intelligence that makes them terrifying. It's cooperation. If humans ever faced a swarm that large and that unified, we'd lose instantly. This one already exists. It just hasn't reached us yet. Ophiocordyceps, the infamous zombie fungus. It infects ants, takes over their brains, and controls their behavior, forcing them to climb to a perfect spot, clamp their jaws, and wait while the fungus consumes their body and grows out of their head. What makes it terrifying is precision. It doesn't just kill, it puppeteers. Scientists have found hundreds of similar fungi, each evolved to control a different species. If a version ever mutated to affect mammals, humans wouldn't stand a chance. It wouldn't spread like a virus. It would control us, a world of living corpses moving by fungal command. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are the ocean's apex predator and possibly one of the smartest creatures on the planet. They hunt in coordinated teams, communicate through dialects, and pass down hunting techniques from generation to generation. Recently, pods off the coast of Spain have begun attacking boats, not for food, but seemingly for revenge. They target the rudder, disable the ship, and then circle it as if playing. Now imagine if orcas decided humans were prey. They could block sea routes, sink ships, destroy entire fishing economies, and there would be nothing we could do. They're faster, stronger, and they operate with military precision. The ocean would no longer be ours. Tiny, harmless looking, yet they've hosted some of the deadliest diseases in history. Ebola, SARS, COVID-19, Nipah virus. Bats have a superpower. They can carry viruses that would kill most animals and never get sick. They're perfect reservoirs, meaning viruses can live in them, mutate inside them, and eventually jump to us. If one of these mutations became airborne, fast-spreading, and lethal, the next global pandemic might not come from a lab. It might come from a cave. And the worst part? There's no way to predict which bat carries which virus. They're all around us, silent winged incubators of extinction. We created this one ourselves. Overusing antibiotics for decades has given rise to superbugs, bacteria that can't be killed by any known medicine. There are already infections hospitals can't treat. Some spread faster than the flu. If one of these ever became airborne or found a host in animals that migrate globally, it wouldn't take weeks to spread. It would take days. One microscopic cell, unstoppable, invisible, and lethal. Nature doesn't even have to evolve to destroy us. We've already done the work. Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish. When injured or old, it can reverse its own aging process, turning its adult cells back into juveniles, essentially becoming young again. It can repeat this cycle forever. Now imagine if this genetic ability spread. If other species learned immortality, predators that never die, parasites that never age, ecosystems would collapse. And if humans ever tried to use this gene on ourselves, we might unleash something far worse than aging, an unstoppable biological loop that never ends. Immortality is not always a gift. In parts of Africa and India, elephants have begun attacking villages, smashing homes, killing people, and returning again and again. Researchers believe it's revenge. As humans destroy their habitats and poach their families, elephants are learning and remembering. They recognize faces, plan ambushes, and mourn their dead. It's emotion combined with power. If elephants ever collectively turned hostile, entire towns, even cities, could be flattened. They don't need claws, venom, or technology, just memory and grief. Deep beneath melting permafrost are bacteria and viruses that haven't seen sunlight for tens of thousands of years. Some predate humanity itself. As the planet warms, that ice is melting, releasing ancient pathogens into rivers, oceans, and soil. We've already found some that are still active, and our immune systems have no defense against them. In the end, it might not be a predator that ends us. It might be something that's been waiting patiently, frozen in the dark. A single swarm of desert locusts can cover hundreds of kilometers and devour enough crops to feed millions of people in a single day. Now imagine if climate change created the perfect breeding ground for them. Endless food, endless warmth. Entire continents could starve. Civilizations have fallen before because of locusts. It could happen again. For all the animals that could end us, the truth is, the most dangerous one already has opposable thumbs. We destroy habitats, hunt species to extinction, and trigger the very plagues we fear. Every disaster on this list, every mutation, every outbreak begins and ends with us. We are nature's most powerful weapon, and its biggest mistake. We think of nature as fragile, but maybe it's patient, maybe it's waiting. Because when the balance finally breaks, it won't be nature that ends, it'll be us. So tell me, which of these creatures would you least want to face? Comment below, and if you want to keep exploring the dark, strange, and awe-inspiring side of the animal world, subscribe and join us here at Echo Animalia.